Meow, my beautiful witches, bitches, queers, and weirds. Moon Kitty here. Let's get witchy. Have you ever had that feeling where someone says, oh, you do tarot? Can you do tarot with a regular deck of cards? The answer is yes, actually. But this particular author decided they wanted to take a standard deck of playing cards and turn it into a tarot deck. You will see from here, it is standard cards, but also has your major and minor arcana and court cards. So you have your jokers, your major arcana are in this kind of suit. And I don't know what it's called, but you can, it's not, so it wouldn't be diamonds. It's kind of a hybrid of it, numbered up through here. And then you have your standard ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7 on through. And what's kind of cool about this particular deck is the fact that not only is it a deck, but it actually does come with instructions for how to play some actual card games with it. So it has game rules for curs, comedic, unorthodox rat screw, and a couple of other different rules for different games. It has the pips, the suits, the colors. It does give you a little bit of notation on the reversals, but you can see it's a tiny little book. It's not heavy in depth. So again, you need to kind of know what the basic readings are. Though it gives you kind of keywords for your major. And again, kind of keywords for your minors. In this case, you wouldn't actually, if you're using for tarot, you would pull the jokers out because you already have the Fool card. So in your major arcana, you have the Fool, Magician, Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Priest, Lovers, Chariot, Strength, Hermit, Wheel, Justice, Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, Devil, Tower, Star, Moon, Sun, Judgment, and the World. It keeps the imagery of the regular playing card style. And it feels like a deck of cards. These are super slick. Like I said, they are slidey. there is no question. These are slidey cards. It's going to be fun to see how these shuffle. Back in the minors, because if you think about your standard playing cards, you have your 1 through 10, then you have your Jack, Queen, King, right? Well, in tarot, you have not just a Jack, King, Queen, but you have the page too. So Jack being knight. So you have the page, knight, queen, king. So there is an extra card in here. But because you can't have knight and king both have the K as the start, the knight card is now called the cavalier card. So it'll be a C on here rather than 2 Ks. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, cavalier. So in this case, jacks are actually pages. Cavalier is your knight, queen, king. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, cavalier, queen, king, ace, 2. Like I said, they're super slippery. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, cavalier, queen, and king. Hearts, ace, 2, 3. Again, pretty standard. Nothing exciting in the pips cards. It's just the standard Jack, cavalier, queen, and king. So, that being all said, let's give these guys a shuffle. It does feel slightly, it's so funny. Now I'm so used to dealing and shuffling big, heavy tarot decks that it feels weird to have such a tiny, tiny playing cards in my hands. Oh, but they shuffle beautifully. Again, they have the nice feel of good, solid playing cards. So the shuffle on them is fun. That lovely sound. The bridges are tiny. All right. let's see what you got here. So like I said, these again are going to be keywords, are going to be a lot more simple because I didn't do quite the same mix up as before. Give these another good shuffle. Now let's do this. Tell me about yourself. You are the Tower. You are the Chaos card. Everything that's going to kind of shake your perceptions and make you look at the world from a different way. That's a very interesting start to this card. Maybe this deck will be a little bit more harsh or a little more down to earth, shall we say. Your strengths. 10 of Spades. Swords are air. This is mental strengths, rational thought. Tens are, again, that completion kind of point, the ending of things. It's going to be very, very rational. This is going to be a hardcore rational mind kind of deck. What are your weaknesses? The Lovers. Okay, this is not going to be a love deck. Really straightforward. And now the Lovers, truly in tarot, it should be asking yourself what it is that you really want. But clearly in this case, for an interview, this is not going to be a good deck for a love reading in any way, shape, or form. What type of readings do you prefer? 3 of Hearts. Okay, so you're not a love deck, but you're going to throw emotions at us. 3s are feeling yourself out. So maybe this may be a little bit more of the figuring out who you are emotionally versus the what is kind of romantic interests am I going to have. Ones that kind of balance the beginning of what we're looking for, the beginning of what I'm trying to figure out and figure out who I am. So the mind, rational thought, but it's also the self-realization. And then what's the best way to collaborate with you? King of Spades. King is, again, that rational mind. King is the epitome of that rational mind. This is going to be that rational deck. It's going to be that straight shooter. This is all brain. Let me give you the keywords as noted in the book. So Tower, destruction, shaking of foundations, symbolism, lightning and explosion. 10 of Spades, trouble and bad news. What are your weaknesses as a deck? Harmony, trust, emotional bond, and duality. 3 of Hearts, lack of commitment, of floundering, self-realization of where you are missing, where you don't have direction. This is kind of what's coming through. The King of Spades, authoritative, firm, commanding, interjecting. Don't come at me with your wishy-washy nonsense. We're going to get straight to the heart. We're going to cut through, do what we want to do, and move forward. And this is a fast deck. I think it's just kind of in this nature of card games. You play card games fast. You don't think about it. This is the 2-minute tarot deck. This is easy to tuck away. It's just the tiniest bit bigger than the other one. So again, it doesn't fit in the box itself, but the box does come with this bag. So it does fit easily in the bag, and then with that can just slip in there. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This again is the standard playing card tarot. Enigmagic Creations was the Kickstarter that I bought it, but I have no doubt that if they haven't already, usually once deck creators finish up a Kickstarter, they will then have any extras that they ordered will usually go for sale on Etsy. So I'm sure you could probably find this one on Etsy relatively soon if you haven't already.